Ch7. Rage and Ruin. After a harrowing battle with a massive whale in the Orchid's afterlife, you and your party find yourselves swallowed aside from Mtora. Mtora! You scream your friend's name and just swept away in the water, the light growing dimmer and dimmer. Bruce clings desperately to your collar, his little paws scrabbling uselessly against the current. You reach out, hand extended toward the whale's mouth. The beast shudders, sonorous sound of discomfort shaking into your bones. Feel the whale's power flow through you, intoxicating as a fine wine and as powerful as a hurricane. Aaron, with me. Aaron sets his jaw and holds his arm out, his veins beginning to pulse beneath his skin as he absorbs the creature's power. It's working. The world suddenly twists in its axis, and you go weightless once again. Then you're drawn to the side as you hear a muffled but massive splash. The tidal between you, Aaron, and the creature snaps as the water sweeps you into the creature's throat, and you start to plummet. Then, suddenly, you realize you're not falling at all. You land on dusty, arid ground, cough as you stumble to your feet, try to beat the sand from your clothes. Rudy sneezes. Are you alright, buddy? He nods his head, then rubs against your leg, nuzzling into it. Where are we? Certainly not inside a whale. There's no sign of life as far as the eye can see, only derelict buildings and desolate, unending sand dunes. Wonderful. This place is as empty as the rest of our prospects. This is it, or something like it. It's the same way the elements are like places in the living world, but it definitely looks the way Mtora described. Could this really be the lost continent? It's not anymore if we found it, elf boy. I guess we should start by looking around. With any luck, we'll find Mtora, our way out of this place. I doubt we should depend on luck on this juncture. While I'm with you. With that I could trade myself from Mtora. Valix. I am what's different here, Elrond. It's time for you to accept that. All your missions had gone well before I joined you. You, Mal, Nia, and Tyrell look at each other, bewildered. Then Mal laughs. Who's gonna tell her? Valix, the first time we did battle with you, we only took Elrond again, and we failed to keep you from taking him the first time. Just because we happened to succeed does not mean it was not as potentially difficult. He's right. We had plenty of troubles before we even met you. I mean, it was Aaron. Trades us to giving him an incredibly powerful artifact so he could kidnap Nia and hand her over to the Dreadlord. Tend to be our friend, and we fell for it. Tyrell glares at Aaron. No comment. What else is there to say? I already said I'm sorry on many different occasions. Doesn't hurt to say it a few more times. I'm sorry. To you especially, Nia. The point is, it's always been hard, Valix. That is reassuring. You always made it seem so easy, like you knew what you were going to come out on top. That's the secret, Violet. If you pretend you're confident, people believe you are. Even when you don't have a clue what you're doing. Right now, we just have to make the best with what we've got, and that means exploring. You set off along the waste, looking for any sign of life, over the pathway, with a sea of sand and debris. Look. He points to a small patch of green at the bottom of one of the dunes. You rush over to it and pick it up, revealing a moss glow tablet. You rub some of the green away to find the title of the elements. I think this might be about the Orchid's afterlife. Perhaps it can tell us more about where we are now and how to get out of here. Click the word tab to learn more about the elements and the wasteland you're in now, plus earn that bonus XP. Yeah. Well, get ready for some reading. What can you tell us? Speed 1. Speed 1. At 50. 46, 47, 48. Becoming one with the elements. The orcs in the world above believe that when they die, they become one with the elements, the natural forces that act as their gods, the guiding lights, and their sources of power. This is generally true. Those found worthy become one with the natural world, just as their physical forms do when they are committed to the sea. The elements flow freely through both worlds, above and below. That is why the orcs say they have no true afterlife. The afterlife may just as easily bear them to the world of the living as the dead. The means by which a soul may join this shared infinity are as varied as there are souls. Most will gravitate toward a particular element, especially if they identify strongly with one in life. It is not uncommon for an orcish soul to change elements after they arrive, just as rain turns ocean and leaves turn dirt. The essence of the dead and of nature itself is ever in flux. Though one must remember that the soul can no more choose this transformation than the rock can choose to give way to the water bit by bit. It is not a conscious choice, as there is no consciousness any longer, at least not in a way that anyone still living can understand. Animals who live there. The animals that live in the elements are the same as those found in the living world. This is where they come when they pass on, though many change to other parts of nature the longer they dwell there. You may wonder what makes these creatures different from the orcish souls that found them. The simple answer is very little. Perhaps it is that their minds are less troubled, so they feel no need to shed them to find peace. Or perhaps they simply do not wish to. You do not see me suggesting that a cat is not exactly as it wishes to be. All sorts of creatures can be found in the depths there. Some may seem fantastical, but all lived one time or another. Let this remain a comfort when you consider the trust of progress in the world above. The intelligence of these animals is a matter of much debate. They can craft tools, set traps, and offer a truly scathing insult should you deserve one. And yet, I wonder even now if it is to us that are strange ones, to seek to pin down the nature of the elements is to stand for a hurricane and expect to remain dry. The great whale. If you spend any time in the elements below, you are likely to meet the great whale. The great whale is a guardian on prophet, and some might argue an executioner, as well as all who are unworthy to explore the great sea below, and all those who do not belong, at least in their present form. No one knows where the Leviathan came from or who created it. I suspect that it was not created at all. It would be the most orcish thing, I think, for this marine behemoth to have appeared fully formed in this living ocean, to a purpose only the will of nature could tell. Those unlucky to find themselves within the great whale will find a barren wasteland, most like Hel-Tahana, the continent of the orcs left behind. One might consider this a punishment, but I would argue it is a simple reminder. The orcs destroyed their homeland long ago by consuming it, devouring it without the rest of punishment. And so too do lost souls degrade within the great whale until they have become one with an element the orcs refuse to honor: dust. How souls are judged. The judgment of an orcish soul will be entirely foreign to a worshipper of the great pantheon or the dwarven artificers and alchemists in the sun-drenched city. There is no trial by monsters or pleading with unseen forces for pity. An orcish soul simply is or is not. It is kind to animals, it is not cruel to their fellow orcs or greedy when it comes time to share the spoils. It is gracious and grateful for the elements. It is not given to defying the will of these forces without cause. The question of cause here intrigues me. It's just that there is room and even invitation to defy authority, be it its parent, Ch7, or even to just see herself. But that is a dangerous thought, as there is no way to know beforehand what voyage is wrong and what voyage is right. Still, the essence of the rule is this: those who have spurned nature but did not do enough to ensure its growth was swallowed by the great whale, forced to remain in the desolate land until not even the memories remain. So we're stuck here? I need a drink. So, the good news is we're still in the whale. The bad news is that if we stay here, this place is gonna eat away at us until there's nothing left. Is that why I feel tired? I think I have a plan to get us out of here, but it's gonna sound kinda weird. We need to attack the ground. How is that gonna help? We're in a whale, and I don't think it's gonna be too happy when we start stabbing its insides. You can draw a special weapon and aim it down to sand, and soon the wasteland becomes a fireworks show of shimmering magic and glowing weapons. Who scratches at the ground? Then the sand begins to rumble beneath you. Don't stop. Where we strike, the shaking gets worse. Then the horizon splits open, sending a wall of water right at you. The water slams into you, knocking you off your feet and slamming you into the hard sand. Ouch. When you come up sputtering, you gasp, and you choke underwater again as you see a familiar face. Stop! Stop! It's gonna let you out. So wait, hold on. Stop! Stop attacking it. It's gonna let you out. Anyone else thought this might be a trap? Close your eyes, focusing on Tora to find that calm space inside you. Tora floats beside the massive whale and places her hand on its sacred skin. Why is it lagging? Please, give them back to me. And now, for the first time, you see this gigantic creature nod and begins to sing. It is a haunting sound, soothing, deep, and beautiful. You watch as it opens its mouth to let Tora inside. Why is it lagging? You snap back to the present and scramble up to your friends to stop them from attacking. She's telling the truth. This is our chance to get out of there. This is our chance to get out of here. But the moment you take a step forward, something suddenly grabs you from behind. Oh, that's good. What the? Meet the skeleton's glowing eyes with a fierce glare, letting your magic pour into your voice as you speak. Leave. It immediately uncurls the skeletal fingers, letting you go, then turns and starts to shuffle into the distance. That's what I thought. Excellent work, Elrond. But then two more skeletons burst out of the water. I'm coming. Tori rushes to join you, the split in the horizon disappearing, and the water receding with it as she does. But only reveals even more skeletons crawling their way out of the sand, rapidly surrounding you. That's 26. Why the 26? I really don't like this ratio. I'm not sure the ratio likes us either. As your friends try to fight off the attacking horde, a trio of skeletons charges right for you. You drop to one knee, covering yourself with your intricate dwarven shield as the skeletal warriors swing at you. The first one to strike, your shield freezes to it, entirely stuck. You really aren't good at this, are you? You twist the shield to snap the skeleton's forearm, then slam it into the other one's head, popping it clean off. And there's certainly no match for you, Elrond. It feels on theme, does it not? Everyone branches the book you found in the city with no faces as a row of skeletons surrounds you. Get them, Aaron. He traces the runes with his finger before turning the text side toward the skeletons themselves. A blast of ice shoots out from the book right at the corpses, freezing them solid. I did it. And he didn't even get tackled this time. He turns a new page. Fuck you. He turns a page and traces out a new design. This time, sending a lightning bolt right through another one of the skeletons. But every creature you probably strike down, two more seem to take their place. How many of these things are there? Come on, Landrat. You love it. She freezes in the midst of the chaos, her eyes growing wide. Is that? I didn't think it was real. You follow him towards the gaze, spotting something pale and white propped up against the side of a ruined building. What wasn't real? The harvester scythe is one of the most storied weapons in Orchid's history, and we got a lot of storied weapons. They could take a chunk out of these skeletons. It'll slice clean through these guys, and it would be a shame to just leave it there. That scythe is a legendary weapon collected to help clean out the skeletons in case match SP. You also be able to replace your regular scythe weapon with it. Collect all legendary weapons just to enhance your fighting skills. It's so crooked. I like it. You dodge the nearest skeleton and break. Make a break with a building. If you break enough from the pack to chase you. Once you get close, you got the handle of the scythe and pull it as hard as you can, but it's stuck. Come on, look out! Skeleton's hand slams into the wall in front of you. Fuck you. A skeleton's head slams into the wall in front of you. One of Mto's spectacle axes wedged in it. You got more coming. Working on it. You give the scythe one more massive tug, and it comes free just in time for you to wail on your attackers. Yeah. I love the PNG scythe. You lash out with the scythe, cutting through the skeletons like they're stalks of grain in a field. You hear a rippling, crackling sound, and then the screams of forces you can't imagine. Skeletons collapse to the ground and dissolve into salt. Dora, I think you left out some details about the scythe. Oh, does it do a salt thing? I was worried about the salt thing. Yeah, scythe. There's a bow? That was a crossbow. I want a bow. I want a fucking crossbow. Top 2 favorite weapons. Scythe. Top 3. Scythe, bow, sickles. No order. If I put in order, it'll be bow first. Then scythe. Oh, scythe would be third. Sickles. Sickles are smaller. Nasty third. You have to get closer with sickles than a scythe. So bow / crossbow, scythe, sickles. Yeah. Unhear me, you vile creatures. You turn to see at least 6 skeletons piling onto Valix, who struggles to blast them away with her magic. You recite back, feeling the raw, necrotic energy dance up and down the handle and along the blade. You know, boys, you should really fear the Reaper. You slice clean you and one skeleton after another, watch as they burst the clouds of salt. Because they're dead. Get it? We're all dead, Avant. Victoria holds Valix to her feet, shrugs the bone dust off her letter distastefully, then a group of skeletons starts to swarm. If I were honored, you cowards. If they had honored Valix, they wouldn't have ended up here. Dora tosses away her axes and balls her hands with the fist. She steps into a deep puddle of water, fog seeming to billow out from her. Valix at her back floats into the air, dark magic swirling around her. Let's teach the meaning of it. Hold on. Let's teach them the meaning of it. Whoa, hello. Look at Valix. Look at her. She's so cool. She's so sassy and totally just looks terrifying. She looks, like, terrifyingly hot, but like, oh my god, look at them. Anyways. Pebble energy shoots out from Valix's hands, blasting skeleton after skeleton, while Tora pummels the remains with her fist. Looks like you two have things handled over here. You turn to find the rest of your friends getting overwhelmed by the other part of the horde. I wonder, may I respectfully suggest we stop trying to kill these things and just get out of here? But they're between us and the exit. As you look around, trying to formulate a plan, skeletons swipe and bite at you. I can't think like this. Nia, can these guys off of us for a minute? On it. You feel lights around you as Nia draws over a golden bubble and closes you all in a dome. Thus, your party easily forces the remaining skeletons out of it, giving you space to breathe. Thank you. These things have a weakness, something we're not seeing. Their strength seems to be in the numbers, which we already established we can't compete with. The tablet said that the people who wind up here are those who are found unworthy. What makes an orc unworthy, Majora? Not respecting nature, killing needlessly, being greedy. Skeletons push and shove each other as they claw at Nia's barrier. We should appeal to the greed. We got spectacle weapons, why not spectacle coins? Drawing in the energy around you, you shave it into a handful of coins, and then toss them into the crowd of skeletons. Like vultures, they descend, clawing and biting at each other as they desperately try to scoop up the coins. Okay, that was better than even I expected. And here I die, I like money. While the skeletons busy fighting each other, you and the rest of your party follow Tora toward a distant horizon. Tora, you aren't sure your whale fan is gonna... One more time. Tora, you sure your whale friend is really gonna let us out? Don't worry. Hey, big guy. Might open it up. Once again, the sky splits open and water starts to flood in. But this time, when the current sweeps you off your feet, it carries you up and out. Back in the whale's mouth, you can smell the brazen bitterness of the sea. Tora pauses and turns, looking back at the wasteland. We found a lore tablet in Tora. Said that this place is like Kaldahana. I know. The great whale told me. He told me everything. It's up to me even though I tried to hurt them. The tablet says it's okay to fight elements when you have just cause. My mother wouldn't have liked that. Do you think she'd end up here? My mother? Until her bites her lip, so her tusks jut out ever so slightly. There's no way to know, Tora. But if you had to guess, I think Ventura went where she thought she should. It feels like these things are kind of self-fulfilling in that way. So if she didn't feel guilty, she wouldn't be punished? I suppose that's a logical conclusion, but at least you know if she did end up in the wasteland, it was by her own choice. That is a small comfort. What would you like her to be? I don't know. I hate that about myself. Please don't. You had a complicated relationship with your mother. Can you read? I was drinking, so that was on me. It's all on me. I was drinking, so I didn't actually see the words. Please don't. You had a complicated relationship with her. It's only natural. Your feelings about her are still confusing. Besides, certainty isn't some great virtue. Tyrell will be the first to tell you that. As though the great whale agrees with you, the current whoops up again, carrying you out of their mouth and into the underwater woods. The rest of your friends have settled underneath the trees, catching their breath. Bumtora seems reluctant to join them, letting out a sigh. You know, ever since we got down here, been dreading this, and I see Mal and Maria, it just got worse. I know I shouldn't, because it's not how the elements work, but part of me wants what they had. So it's alright to reject part of what you've been taught. But that's not really faith then, is it? I don't know about that. Your religion is based on nature, and nature can be inconsistent and unpredictable. That's one of the beauties of it. That's one of the beauties of it. Huh. I never thought of it that way. And Tora tastes it. And Tora sets her shoulders back and takes a deep breath. I never know when my mom ended up. I get tasked and fuck you. I never know when my mom ended up. I get to ask her any of the hundreds of questions I have about her and what she did in life. But I think that maybe I could learn to be okay with that. You want to deal with it on your own. Out here, for whatever you need. I always need you, lad rat, for as long as we got. She cups your cheek in her hand for a moment, then pulls you in for a hug, holding you tightly to her chest. And you know she's a big lady, so yay. And what's my time? I'll sit back here. And what's my time? I'll be accepted back here. How do you know? The great whale told me. When I looked in their eye, I just knew that I was part of them, or they were part of me, or we were all part of each other. That sounds incredible. Whatever I might question in my own heart, I know they understand about you. I know they understood and cared about me. Ooh. The great whale coos, sings, glides through the open water. Your friends watching in awe. Then Hooters notices you and Tora, and he paddles clumsily over to join you. I miss you too, beer feathers. And Tora gives his head a little scratch before she looks back up at the whale. Do you think you want to stay here, I want? You sure the elements would take me? I'm not an orc. I know you, I want. I say you have the heart of the sea yourself. She wasn't using it. I think I like it here. It's so peaceful here, and there's all the wonderful animals and beautiful places. It honestly sounds like an idyllic place to spend the rest of eternity. You believe that, Rat? If the elements would have me, then sure. It'll be the same then. The two of us, parts of one great whale. That's gonna be a long time from now if I have anything to say about it. Suddenly remembering, you pull the bone slide off your back and hold it out to Mentora. Now, can you tell me about this? Why is it so necrotic and salty? Mentora laughs. I didn't expect the salt thing to be true, though maybe I should have. At least it's not covered in tendons, bits of flesh like in the stories. Ew. Anyway, the Harvester's site belonged to one of the last great conquerors of Keldahana. He was called the Harvester because he took everything from his enemies, and then salted the earth, leaving them with less than nothing. And I want this man's weapon. Why? One, so ancient, I'm not even sure if the old guys wouldn't have heard of it or know how to defend against it. And two, it looks incredibly badass. As long as it's not gonna curse me. I'm pretty sure the Wasteland will have taken care of that. What do you think then? Shall we round up the party and try to get out of here one more time? Actually, that fight left me kinda jittery. All balled up like the winds all balled up like the winds in a jar. You can put the winds in the jar? There's a whole flock tale. Fuck you, flock. There's a whole folk tale about it. I'll tell you sometime. But first I need to get some of this pep energy out if I'm gonna be on my best. The great whale lets out a deep hum as it turns its massive eye on you, and you feel seen in a way you never have before. What are they saying? That they really love your outfit. Oh, thanks. Some of your friends made it for me. As they hum, a current swirls around you, spinning you in a circle so the whale can see your clothes from all sides. Guess you were right, Mentora. The sea was smiling on me when she gave me this. While you were all trapped in the wasteland, the great whale taught me something called rage. It's not about being angry, but about channeling your energy into intense... What? It's not about being angry, but about channeling your emotion and energy into intense strength and endurance. Was that what the fog around you was when you and Valus were fighting together? Sort of. I think influencing the elements like that is specific to this afterlife, but it did help me beat down some skeletons. They asked me if you wanted to learn it too. Only someone with a strong will can, but I know you have that. You're throwing a great whale offering to teach you at least skill rage. This is a powerful skill that turns your emotions into physical prowess. This is your only chance to unlock the skills to choose carefully. And we in the hundreds. You and Tori grab onto the great whale's flipper to provide them beast their tail, carry you into a more open area of the forest. Your home is really beautiful. The whale sings softly to you, and then gives you a slow and very careful nudge. I really knew that this. I think they're offering to answer any questions you have. I don't even know what those questions will be. Take your time. There's no rush. The great whale trills and clicks, seemingly in agreement. Sound sets in. The whale seems unbothered, but you can already feel your skin getting hot, even in the perfectly cool water. So, what are you thinking from Tora? Hey, I'm still swimming right here. The whale song fills you with a warmth you never experienced. Images flash through your head. A new sprout after a wildfire. You reach in for the sun, and a mighty storm breaks into a beautiful sunset. She's pretty strong and resilient, isn't she? I can't believe you're fishing for compliments from me, land rat. You deserve them. The great whale inclines his head towards you, and after a moment, you reach out to pet its slightly rough skin. I'm kind of surprised at this ability you're going to teach me. It's called rage. You seem really peaceful. More images. Just on a forest of trees, stumps in an empty valley, pieces of garbage floating in the sea, and buffalo carcasses left to rot in the sun. On second thought, maybe I'm not. Rage isn't just about the anger, though. It's about processing your emotions. Letting them serve you rather than control you. That's what the great whale taught me. She swallows roughly, then takes another deep breath, seeming to center herself. After you got swallowed, I was a mess. I was angry and panicking. But honestly, I think I've been this way for a while. When Vows took you, I broke a lot of things. It wasn't ever directed at anyone, but I felt helpless, so I took it out on helpless objects. And Tora. I get overexcited in the opposite direction too. I was trying to pick people up and hug them, and that's not always welcome either. Do you ever feel out of control that way, everyone? I get overwhelmed by my emotions sometimes. Or even by sometimes. I can usually hold back tears until, by myself, something awful happens. But there are times I reach breaking point, where all the stress becomes too much, and I either explode or shut down. And Tora puts her hand on your shoulder and gives it a gentle squeeze. I'm sorry, everyone. That's why sometimes Kate has to bully me into talking about my feelings, so it doesn't get to that point. Sean brings out a series of images: a tree toppling over, a monkey leap between vines, and a whale sinking to the ocean floor as its life ends. So to do this, I just have to let it go. Yes, you don't need to control how you feel. You can just let the emotions come. You just have to keep them being swept away by them. You just have to keep them being swept away from them. That's the beauty of rage. It's freeing. Take a deep breath, reflecting on everything the great whale has shown you, and everything sacred, and everything Tora has shared. It doesn't take much to get you angry, given the state of things. You've seen so much pain, so much death. Not because some greedy perfectionist didn't get her way. Let her go in frustration. You're doing great, Avon. Shut your eyes as you sit with emotion, giving it its due. Slowly, you feel power pulsing through you, then surging like a wild sea. Your skin tightens and your body tingles, like every muscle is ready for whatever the world throws at you. I think I did it. Time for a test. Think fast. You open your eyes to see a gigantic boulder soaring through the water right at your face. Just as you're about to slam your face into Just as it's about to slam into your face, you stretch out your fist and smash stone in front of you. Yeah, Ron. Can't believe I just did that. Isn't it fun? Want to get some more practice in? No, she could, but think right now, we need to get back to the others. But thank you for sharing this with me. I already feel a lot more at peace. Great Whale fixes you with one more of their massive eyes, bitches. The Great Whale fixes you with one of their massive eyes once more. You can almost swear that they're smiling at you. Do we have to go? Can we just... Do we have to go? Can we steal just another moment? Lean forward, on your lips find hers as you wrap your arms around her and hold her tight. It's like you're in the eye of the storm, but very calm that you only find in her embrace. Was this what you were hoping for? Her answer is to kiss you again. One foot tugs, nipping playfully at your lower lip before she deepens the kiss. It's a little hurt. She always tasted like the sea, but it's different here. Here, she tastes like potential, discovery, electrifying, powerful change. This is always what I'm hoping for. I just wish we had more time. You reach forward against hers, staring into her brilliant golden eyes that sparkle with affection. So do I. Okay, I'm coming. Both hang on tight as the Great Whale carries you through the water back to your friends. With the danger past, you reach back out the cage to see what he's found, and he jumps up from his seat when he notices you. I think I found your thing. He takes you to a massive pile of books and papers on his desk, going to retrieve a small colorful one. The Rainbow Whale? It looks like a children's book. It is. It was an Orgis children's book, and one of the only books I found that talked about the elements specifically. It's a true story about a whale and a sea turtle who live in the elements and go on an adventure to another world via the EAC. What does that stand for? No idea, but the underwater current transports creatures to another land. Sounds like a way out to me. Then we better start searching for it. Good luck. Let me know if you run into any more trouble. Give Kate a wave goodbye as you come back to yourself, saving your friends in the underwater forest. So what's next, Kit? You need to find some kind of underwater current called the EAC. EAC, huh? Could be an eastern accessible cape. Using quadrupuses? Perhaps ever aggressive chaos? Elemental anchor chamber. Pretty sure if there's an elemental anchor to this place, it'd be a great whale. Now someone passes way out of here. Terrell clear the stroke. Might suggest a hollis access corridor. Oh, I heard of that. You have? Not as an underwater current, but in olden times, a hollis was surrounded by tunnels called access corridors that you had to pass through to enter the city. It was a means of security. The Great Whale trails at you, turns its massive head to gesture toward the expansive ocean to the south of the forest. Looks like that's where we need to go. Thank you for your help, Great Whale, and for not eating us again. Truly, I counted you to sink our ship and only swallow us once. Aaron, be nice. Great Whale starts to sing once again as you and the rest of your party swim away into the depths. Buddhist is near inconsolable, clinging to you. I know, buddy. You'll see them again. Just not yet. You gently stroke his back, and he nuzzles into your arms, comforted. You're not sure how long you've been swimming when you spot a swiftly flowing current that cuts through the crystal blue water. That's gotta be it. Come on. I'm afraid not. The figure that suddenly appears before you is diminutive in stature, yet so self-possessed they exude power. Who are you? Inside of yours, like little construct. Your eyes look so much like hers, you know? But you call me the kind of love? And one of them, among other things. What do you want with us? I'm not really one for words. That aptitude belongs to my better half. And so the twins already told you the basics. Cover me or suffer the consequences. I'm not going anywhere with you. So you have two options. Get out of the way, or let me kill you. Fuck you. So you have two options. Get out of the way, or let me kill another god. You need an entire army to defeat her. Sure you think you can best me when there are only 7 of you? Or you bested Nitrice and Medius. Why don't you come and find out just how strong we are? Are we sure we want to do this? We don't have a choice. Now spins his magical daggers as the rest of your friends either summon their own weapons or reach for their magic. Just tell us when I want. Once I give the order, when another figure appears, getting between you and your tower, one with a very familiar voice. Zir's smile is warm and inviting. Perhaps if you had seen that smile first, you might not have been so eager to banish Zir from your mind. Oh, pronoun. That's what I thought. Pronoun was Zir. Well, Martha, I'm Bk3, and I'm here to help. Huh? Oh, that's a voice that speaks from me. Alright. Is that person the one who speaks out my mouth the little voice that sounds like my own, but it's not actually me speaking. The reason why my text go blue all of a sudden when I want speaking. You know what I fucking mean. Goodbye.